Hi, and welcome to Healy Fit with your instructor, Jen. For more, don't forget to subscribe, like, or select notifications. Today, I have a Pilates class for you where we're going to focus on your arms and your abs. So when you're ready, go ahead, grab a mat, take a seat, and we'll start there. Feet about hip width apart, hands out to the front, scoop into the belly, lean back all the way, reach the hands overhead. Keep your rib cage drawn into your hips so your abs are engaged. Rise up to a tall seated posture. Do that again, all the way down. Arms extend up overhead, all the way up. Long, elongated spine from hips to crown of your head. Good, now try to keep your feet planted on the floor best you can. As you roll down, you're going to scoop your abs in, keep your rib cage drawn towards your hips. Use a light squeeze of the inner thighs. Good, to keep those feet down onto the floor. As you bring the arms overhead, we're still keeping that connection, rib cage towards hips. Your core is braced. Good, now imagine you're laying down one vertebra at a time and then peeling each vertebra up from the mat one by one as you rise back up to seated. Now let's hold it up here at the top. Reach the arms just above the knees and we're going to sweep them around in a circle. Good, as you come to the other side, change direction, arms come up and reach to the other side. Good, so we're using a little bit of stabilization, core strength into the central abdominals where you're feeling it more rectus and transverse, the top and bottom layer, and then a little bit into the obliques, those outer layers of the abs kind of wrapping around towards the front. Awesome, hold it here. 3 leg lifts, 2, 1, sweep the arms overhead, and we're going to go to the other side. Good, let's do this side. Lift up. 3, 2, 1. Sweep the arms back in that semicircle. Bring it to the other leg. Lift up. 3, 2, 1. You have a light backward lean. Reach the arms up. Reach to the other side. Awesome. Arms up overhead. Sweep all the way around. Lift up. 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't know about you, but this is really starting to get challenging with that backward lean, feeling it into the obliques, really working nice and hard. So let's stretch this out. After this one, go ahead, wrap your arms around your legs, scoop your belly in and back, stretch across the shoulders, give those abs a break right here. All right, let's add a little bit of a seated cat to cow. You're going to come up to that elevated posture. Exhale down into your scoop. Good. Inhale and elongate. Exhale, release into your C curve. Good. Inhale long. Exhale. And let's bring it all the way back into that position. Arms extended out to the side. Lean back so you've got some leverage because you're going to lift both legs up. Now you want to imagine that you've got maybe one of those small balls right between the feet. So your feet are just about that hip distance apart. Reach to the other side. Lean back. Lift up. 3, 2, 1. Good. Inhale, lengthen, drop back. Lift the legs up. 3. Awesome. Last one. Bring the arms up, sweep all the way around, lean back. Lift the legs. 3, 2, 1. Whoo, it's getting hot in here. Lengthen the legs, reach the arms out to the toes, and stretch. Good, all the way from the fingertips down to the tailbone. Let your head kind of fall so you feel that stretch along the back of the neck as well. Now we're going to lean back, readjust onto your mat if needed. Pull those shoulders back and then exhale into your scoop. Do that a few more times. Good. Light backward lean as you lengthen. Stretch fingertips to tailbone and then tailbone to heels. All right, let's change it again. Squeeze, bicep curl, and then reach out to the front. Squeeze, bicep curl, reach out to the front. Now you are welcome to stay with these, or we could take this down a notch. Good. So as you bring those arms up, lift and elongate. As you reach back, lean back far as you can, maybe touching the mat, maybe not. Good. So this is what I call a bicep curl crunch. I want you to really reach the arms out to the front, scoop and lift. Now, if you had some light dumbbells nearby, you could press pause, grab them, and have them handy. We're going to add in a punch, a cross punch. Glue your heels down to the floor. It's okay if one leg slides forward as you punch across. Lean back. Good. So working into the obliques, working into the shoulders, working into the biceps. All right, once again, we are going to add on. So come on all the way down to your mat. Reach the arms all the way into a goal post. So elbows kind of shoulder level, heels tuck into you. Press your lower back down to the floor. We're going to squeeze up into almost like a pec deck. So if you were in the weight room, elbows and forearms squeeze in together using your chest, your front deltoids, and a little bit of the biceps. I want you to feel kind of the collarbone compressing inward as you squeeze the elbows in. Squeeze the chest muscle. Good. Lift and look towards your belly button. Release, look towards the sky. Good. Let's hold this next one up and then lift the knees for 3, 2, tapping the knees to the elbows, 1, and then release back down all the way. Let's do that again. Squeeze up. Good. Release back down. And let's do that again. Lift up, crunch in, 2, 1, and let it go. Go ahead. So you should feel this chest, shoulders, and now lifting up through the abdominals. So you're getting in that full body workout. Awesome. Good. Really starting to feel it now. Feeling it into the abs, maybe a little bit into the hip flexors, into your chest, into shoulders. Let's do 2 more of that triple tap. Good. Last one. Lift up, squeeze, 2, 1, and rest. Arms still in that goalpost position. We are going to squeeze our elbows in, reach the arms overhead, and then lift with a little bit of a rotation. Good. Now option, you could lower your head down as you bring the arms overhead. That's going to give you more range of motion. And it's also going to give those abs a wee bit of a break. Now every time you come down, I just want you to keep your lower back pushed towards the floor. Now I like to give the heads up 7 up. If you are more posteriorly endowed, if you know, you know. Okay, if you have more posterior endowment, you are not going to be able to bring that low back to the floor. So this is based on your unique genetic capabilities. We've got 2 more twisting side to side. Good, 1 more twisting side to side, but you're just pulling that lower back towards the floor by engaging your core. All right, reach those arms all the way up overhead, extend the fingertips. And now we're going to lift up, 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 look towards the knees, push the hands towards the floor. Good, lengthen and elongate. Again, Push the lower back towards the floor. As you rise up, reach the hands towards the mat. Good, so we're keeping the core engaged even when we release the head back down to the floor. Good, so almost like you're bracing. I used to do this in my classes all the time. I would pretend to be an ornery little toddler, right? Because we all know those favorite toddlers. The second you lay down on the floor, they are jumping on your belly, right? So you're bracing your core, getting ready for that toddler stomp, right? This could be, a kind of rascally dog too. I don't know about you, but whenever I used to get on the floor, my pup was right there ready to snuggle. All right, now let's add a pelvic lift. So we're going to do a half to quarter glute bridge here. Because we are doing a crunch with that pelvic tuck and that elevation, you're not going to be able to lift as high. Good, so that's why I said quarter to half bridge here. Good, so this is really working rib cage to hip line. Bring those hips up a little bit higher. Maybe walk the heels in a little bit closer to bring the hands closer to the heels. Palms face one another. You're going to bring one hand overhead at a time. Good, so we're going to isometric hold the glutes and hamstrings, driving through the heels to stimulate those areas of the backside. And we're just reaching one arm up overhead at a time. Good, now this is working into shoulder mobility. Just bringing the hand up as far as feels good for you. Those of you who have had shoulder injuries, you know your capabilities much better than myself. You're just working in the direction that feels good for you. Fantastic. We're going to add a leg lift. Opposite leg is going to lift with the arm coming up overhead. Good, almost like when you lift your arm, you are lifting the leg up with it. So the knee stays bent, hips stay up, driving through the heel. You want to make sure you're driving strongly through the heel that is still planted on the floor. Now you want to keep length into your neck as well, so push the back of the head into your mat. Good, that's going to keep the length and the strength into the back of the neck. Hold. And now we're going to stay on this side. Arm pulls in, knee pulls in, leg extends out, hand drops down to the floor. So arm overhead, knee pulls in, still on opposites, reaching, tucking in, bringing it down. God, almost like those levers are connected. Good, almost done on this side. And let's switch. Good, other arm overhead, other knee tucks in towards you, and then extend both. Good, keep those glutes nice and tight. Keep pushing into the heel. Keep your abs braced, belly button in towards your spine. Good, strong core throughout. You are doing fantastic. And we are already in the home stretch of this workout today. Good, so just stay with me just a little bit longer. Bring it all the way down. Awesome, awesome. Let's tuck the knees into the chest, stretch out into the low back, into the glutes, little knee circles, and bring those knee circles around the other way. Good, we're gonna go into rolling like a ball, hands on the shins, tuck the nose in towards the knees, scoop your belly, and rock up and back. Good, so from the base of the shoulder blades to the sits bones. As you come up, you're trying best you can to stick your stunt without letting your feet touch the floor. If they do, just readjust and try it again. What we're really aiming for is nice massage into the spine. Good, next one, let's hold it up. Bring the hands right beside you. Fingertips facing forward. We're gonna bridge into a reverse tabletop, then release back down. Now I want you to check in with your wrists here. If you are feeling too much tightness, too much tension, you are gonna rotate your fingertips outward. Good, so it would look like that, maybe a light outward rotation. You might even be able to lift up higher when you do that. Fingertips kind of lowering down is going to take some of the pressure off your wrists. You could also do that with like a yoga block or some kind of elevation. grabbing hold of those dumbbells. If you grab those, you could also do knuckles to the floor, which would take some of the pressure out of the wrists. So now we're going to keep the hips up just a little bit, and we're going to add a little tricep dip. So to do that, you're just bending the elbows and then straightening the elbows. Good. Really use the backs of the arms, upper back of the arm. As you drive through the heel of the palm, can you feel the back of the arm squeeze? Awesome. Let's bring it all the way back down to the mat and let's go into our stretches. Y'all, we made it. Big inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Take one hand down the back, other hand is going to grab the elbow or maybe push from below. Nice stretch into those triceps. Good, tall elevated posture. Head up nice and tall too. Go ahead, bring one arm across at a time into a shoulder stretch. Other hand is going to reach above or below the elbow as you pull the arm tight into you. Let's go ahead into the other side. Oh, that felt so good. Nice workout into the arms, into the abs. And now we're going to stretch those areas. A little twist into the thoracic, a lot of torso rotation today. So we want to stretch into the obliques and the mid-back. Good, twist in the other direction. And then let's bring it front and center, whatever seated position you like. You're going to take one wrist at a time and just lengthen. Good, get into the outer edges of the shoulders and the back. And then exhale, bring those arms around to the front, stretch across the shoulders into the upper back. Open and elongate along the chest. Time to bring those hands out wide because you know what time it is. It's time for a big hug. Thank you again. I appreciate you all joining me today. Do take care, be well, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe to let me know you want more videos like this one. I appreciate you watching. Follow me on social at HealyFit.